Hi, I'm Matt Ricker,
And I'm Catherine White, Executive Director of the New Rochelle Chamber of Commerce.
and we're here with our brand new podcast, Chamber Chat. Joining us now is Stephen Semenza, a member of the class of 1983, Iona University, and CEO and founder of the Pawfect Brew right here in New Rochelle. Stephen, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
So, Stephen, tell us a little bit about your company and how you got started with it, and I know you have a background in finance and accounting, so touch a little bit on
Sure. After spending almost 40 years in accounting and finance and the financial services industry, I decided that I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I did some research. I wanted to start my own business. And after a couple of months of research, I decided to start a coffee company, an online and in-person event coffee company. It's called the Pawfect Brew because I'm donating 25% of my profits to 2 rescue shelters. So 2 of my favorite things are dogs and coffee. And so I decided that have a little bit of fun, start a business, and try to give back a little bit. So I'm donating the 25% to the Humane Society of Westchester, which is in New Rochelle, and Pet Rescue of Harrison, Pet Rescue of New York and Harrison. So.
Oh, nice. And do you have any pets yourself?
I do. I've always had rescues, and I currently have a rescue that we adopted last December of 23 from the New Rochelle Humane Society. Cooper,
Nice.
he's a terrier mix, and he was almost 6 years old when we
That's
adopted
great.
him. So.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Humane
nice.
Society, they're very large in New Rochelle. They always walk in the parade, and they always have dogs that are available for adoption. So, how did you come? Like, it's not a franchise. You created the whole program and the whole business, didn't you?
Yes, the Pawfect Brew. I trademarked it. It's my company, my name, and I decided to do some research on really what would work for me, and to try to give back. And I'm working with a roaster in Temecula, California. It's a family-owned roastery, and they have similar values that I have. So while our coffee is fairly traded, we try to be as sustainable as possible, and it's a smaller group, and it works well. We have farms all around the world, and all our coffee is roasted to order and then shipped out.
Wow.
And
Oh, nice.
it's free shipping as well, and it's so far it's been pretty good.
So, what are the products that you have?
So we have blended coffee, which is primarily our top sellers. We have single origin coffee, and I have a couple of artisanal teas that I've added a couple of months ago. So some Earl Grey, English breakfast, and side chai tea. So that we're just kicking off, but people seem to like it. It's loose leaf tea. It's not bagged, so you have to have the infuser to brew it. But been
Now,
pretty
what
good.
would you say your best seller is?
Our best seller is the Morning Walk blend, which is a breakfast blend. That is by far our top seller. It's a lighter blend, but it has a little bit of kick to it, so I would call it light to medium blend. And that's followed by our rescue blend, which is a medium blend, which is a little bit stronger. And to round off our top 3 is a single origin coffee, Bali Blue, which is we bring in the beans from the island of Bali.
So the Rescue Blend, that was the one that I bought for, as I was saying off camera, for one of my sons for his stocking, and then everybody was pretty jealous that I didn't get for them. So I guess I have to definitely order more. But one of my kids were looking for espresso beans. Did you also have espresso?
We do. We have a 6-bean espresso. It's a blend. It's a darker blend. It's one of our darkest roasts that we have, and that's also a pretty strong seller. That's probably number 5 or number 4. And with that, also that you could use in an espresso machine is we have Idolo's Italian Roast, which is our darkest blend. It's named after Idolo, which was a famous dog in Sicily that was that was abandoned and used to walk around town in Sicily and follow the kids to school. He used to go to church, so it's a famous folklore about Idolo. So I named our Italian roast Idolo's Italian Roast, and that became very pretty popular over the last couple of months. I was surprised when I looked at some of the statistics. So
what a good
yeah.
story.
So that works well in the espresso machines. All of our dark roast. The 6-bean espresso, Idolo's Italian roast. We have an African espresso blend as well, and to a lesser extent, the Bali Blue.
And so you are an Iona alum, class of
Yes.
1983.
83, yes.
And so you recently have been part of the Gaels Go Further Program. It's a program where students and alumni out in the field are paired together, for those that don't know, and work together for a semester. And you were just featured in the Iona newsroom with your relationship with your mentee last semester. So tell the audience a little bit about your experience doing that.
Sure. The Gaels Go Further program is just a fabulous program. I've done it now. This will be my 4th time around. Last semester, Logan Balson, who just finished up, he graduated early, who was an accounting major. He and I had a great experience. I was able to part some of my experience onto him. He's starting in one of the large accounting firms. This actually started this week or last week, and it's just a great program where people like myself who graduated from Iona and have been in the business world for many years, I was able to give him some really good experiences that I had, and also really look at his resume, go over his LinkedIn account, all of the things that in my career, in my accounting and finance career, I had to hire a lot of people, so I saw a lot of resumes. I had to deal with various people throughout my career, and so I try to use my experience to someone who will listen to me, because my kids won't listen to me regardless of what I tell them, even though my son and one of them is an accountant. So, but anyway.
So it's not specific to the coffee business or your previous business, it's just your experiences in the business world? Is that what you impart?
I used both my coffee experience at the Pawfect Brew and my accounting and finance experience at the various stock brokerage firms that I worked at. And one of the things, Iona was really good to me. It really helped me in my career. It was a fabulous education that I got. Just to step back a little bit, my whole family basically went to Iona. My father, who has since passed away, graduated in 1951. I went there, my sister went there, my uncles, my brother went there for his master's. So we really do bleed Iona maroon and gold. So it was a small way for me to give back. And I give a lot of thanks to Iona for the career that I have and still work at, and it really helped me.
That's great. Yeah, you see a lot of that in this area. Like myself, I'm the 8th person in my family to go to Iona. So Iona has a lot of legacy to it.
Yeah.
So that's nice to see.
And Matt, you're working on that program, aren't you?
I am. I'm a little biased here, but
Yeah,
I am the assistant director for student alumni engagement and director of the Gaels Go Further program.
Oh, that's excellent.
So Stephen and I will be working closely this semester.
And it's a great way for anyone that's interested to stay
Exactly.
to stay connected to the school.
Absolutely.
And that's something that I wanted to do. And so it's a great program for both the mentors and the mentees.
Yeah.
I probably got more out of it than my mentee did, but I really enjoyed it. And I did participate with him in one of a coffee event. He was president of the Italian Culture Club, and they had a Columbus Day event, and I did provide my Italian roast, Idolo's Italian roast, that day, and they used it as part of their fundraiser. So it worked out great, and I had fun doing it. So.
Yeah, so small stories like that, and one thing leads to another, and you get a larger networking type of thing. So it's always great to see that. And on behalf of the alumni office, we thank you for participating, and we look forward to continuing to have you.
I'm excited for this this semester.
Yeah. Now, just switching back to your products, you mentioned you're rolling out some Valentine's Day specials.
Sure. We're going to have a couple of gift baskets. We're going to have 4 samples, 2-ounce samples, and a coffee cup, a Pawfect Brew coffee cup, coffee mug, and some candy. Then we're going to have 2 12-ounce bags, and then a single 12-ounce bag with also the other 2 will also have a Pawfect Brew coffee mug and some chocolates along with it. And we'll have free local delivery.
That's great.
Anywhere
That's
in Lower Westchester County, but and you'll see it on. I'll be posting it online, and everyone should take a look at it.
Excellent.
Great.
So now, I know that we can order online. And how do we reach you on that? First of all,
Sure.
let's do that.
It's thepawfectbrew.com, so www.thepawfectbrew.com, and
And that's
Once you
Pawfect, P-A-W.
Yes.
F-E-C-T.
yes,
Brew.
Pawfect as in dog, dog's paw. So the Pawfect Brew, www.thepawfectbrew.com.
Okay. And now I know that you just recently finished the holiday market in New Rochelle at the train station. We had 3+ weeks for that. But first of all, how was that? How was your experience with that?
It was great. I really enjoyed doing it. We had some good crowds. The weekends, in particular, were very crowded, and I think that the support was there. We had a great manager that made sure everything was handled on a day-to-day basis, and I enjoyed it, and I look forward to doing it next holiday season.
Excellent. So now, in between that, are there any other pop-ups that you'll be at where people could find you? Now, do you have anything scheduled yet, or are you just kind of starting?
Right now, I'm doing a lot of the scheduling for the spring and then the summer. So I'm hoping to be back at the New Rochelle Street Fair.
Definitely. And then the summer concert series at Hudson Park. We're
Yes.
just putting that together with the New Rochelle Council on the Arts, so we're looking for some vendors there
Yes.
for that.
I was there last summer.
Right.
And I'm hoping to be back this summer.
Excellent.
I have to just go over my scheduling because I am doing a farmer's market. I'm trying to do a couple of farmer's markets as well.
Okay.
Nice.
There's none in New Rochelle, so I'm trying to find others around the area to do. So.
Oh, we're trying to work on that too, so hopefully we'll get something
Okay.
going like that.
Good.
And some other pop-ups that we have, Earth Day, Juneteenth, things like that, that'll just allow for more vending opportunities.
No, that's great. So it works out well. This way, the more events that I do, I try to get my name out and then the product out. So.
Yeah.
But
Well, Stephen, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope you come back again in the future.
thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Well, thanks so much. And thank you to Iona, as always, for hosting us here in the podcast studio.
Yeah.
Thanks, Iona.
All right.